Imagine a world where you don't exist. No internet, no electricity, no chaos, just silence. It takes only 24 hours for the lights to go out forever, but what happens after 1,000 years will shock you. Within the first hour, an unnatural quiet descends upon the globe. Cars sit motionless on highways and city streets, their engines cold. In the vast, empty tunnels beneath New York, subway trains freeze between stations. Doors yawn to silent platforms. The wind, no longer competing with traffic, whistles through the canyons of skyscrapers. After a few hours, the first signs of systemic failure begin. Without human hands to guide them, automated systems falter. Power grids, designed for constant management, become unstable. By the 24th hour, the world plunges into darkness. Plants exhaust fuel or shut down through safety protocols. The great glittering constellations of cities like London wink out. New York winks out, leaving only the stars and the moon to bathe steel and glass. In this new darkness, the planet's remaining inhabitants begin to stir. Domestic animals, untethered, wander out from empty homes. Foxes, raccoons, and rats venture further than ever, their cautious movements the only motion. Food begins to rot. Unattended flames spark blazes with no one to answer. A definitive punctuation mark. The age of human light is over. A month passes. The silence settles into a new rhythm. Wind, rain, the quiet stirring of life. Without maintenance, pipes leak and burst. Water seeps into tunnels and floods basements. Storm drains clog. Rainwater pools, turning roads and plazas into vast shallow ponds. Infrastructure built to keep cities dry now works to drown them. Nature's reclamation starts small, shoots in sidewalk seams, moss softening stone and brick. Ornamental plants go feral, scattering seed to every crevice. Rats and mice thrive in pantries, pigeons and sparrows nest on statues and sills. Air clears, a fine dust settles on cars and storefronts. In London, rain washes streets into reflective pools of grey sky. A world cleansed and reclaimed, one drop of rain and one tiny seed at a time. After one full cycle of seasons, the changes are no longer subtle. Plants escalate from cracks to a full-scale invasion, ivy kudzu, tendrils over brick, glass and steel. Words vanish beneath leaves, signals go dark under green drapery, parks become thickets, overflowing their bounds. Saplings sprout at intersections. Times Square hosts grasses and wildflowers. Roots heave pavement. The concrete jungle becomes a literal one. Larger animals venture deeper into abandoned cities. Urban foxes roam central streets, denning in sheds and under buildings. They hunt burgeoning populations of rodents and birds. The food chain re-establishes itself. Great structures show surrender. Paint peels, steel corrodes. Wooden houses, waterlogged, begin to fail. Every storm, every flood, every freeze inflicts damage that will never be fixed. A world without people is a world without repair. 100 years after our departure, the world is unrecognizable. Relentless natural forces reshape every landscape. Most wooden structures have collapsed, consumed by insects and rot. Stone foundations sketch ghost neighborhoods. Water and freeze-thaw shatter concrete. A century of corrosion weakens steel. Mature trees rise in the lanes of 6-lane highways. Roots erase the last of the pavement. Roofs gone, sunlight births indoor ecosystems. Plants, fungi, insects. Flooded tunnels become aquatic habitats. Large predators expand into city ruins, hunting abundant herbivores. Flocks nest in the highest reaches. Their calls replace office noise. Cables corrode and break. Bridges collapse into the rivers below. A millennium has passed. The Earth is almost entirely healed. The vast majority of our structures have vanished, ground to dust and buried. Cities blend into surrounding wilderness. Mighty forests stand where London, Paris, and Tokyo once sprawled. Rivers resume ancient, winding paths, carving new valleys. Only the most massive works remain. The Great Pyramids, Mount Rushmore, the bones of great dams, now softened like natural formations. They are scars on a landscape scrubbed clean. Concrete crumbles. Steel returns to earth. Plastics are entombed as microscopic fragments. Fauna is rich and stable. Numbers dictated by climate, food, and predation. New species adapt to flooded subways and mineral-laced ruins. From afar, a vibrant marble. No trace of civilization's straight lines. The planet breathes freely again. Even 1,000 years after our disappearance, a final echo remains. High above, thousands of satellites, tiny CubeSats to massive station shells, drift as silent ghosts. Without course corrections, atmospheric drag pulls them down over centuries. One by one, they begin their final fiery descent, shooting stars of an unnatural origin. Most vaporize into harmless, incandescent dust. Some heavy pieces survive. Twisted alloys crash into wilderness or seas. A bright streak, a faint message from a lost world, and then only silence.